What's up and welcome back to the channel. If you're a videographer and you're stuck making less than $10, $15, $20,000 per month, this video is going to change everything for you. So today I'm going to show you how to create an offer that actually sells, okay? So most videographers, they have a very terrible offer, right? Normally it's just content alone. And the thing with just content alone, it doesn't give your clients a predictable result. So in return, they're not going to really pay you a ton of money, or you're going to have a lot of churn. You're going to have a lot of people leaving, okay? So today I'm breaking down exactly what a scalable offer looks like and how to build one for your video business. And if you're serious about scaling your video business, make sure to hit that subscribe button because I make videos just like this every single week. So let's dive right into it. So let's start with why most videographers' offers actually suck. So I see this all the time where videographers basically say yes to everything. I do weddings, I do corporate shoots, I do, social media content, drone work, basically everything. And that's problem number one, right? When you say yes to everything, you're not really good at anything specific. So you're competing with every other videographer because guess what? There's literally hundreds and hundreds of videographers in your area that do exactly what you do. So why would somebody choose you versus them? And that's the thing. If you offer what everybody else offers, you don't really have a unique positioning to your offer. Problem number two is that you just sell videos. You're not selling outcomes to your clients, right? So most videographers, they say, hey, I'm going to make you a cool video or create 10 content pieces for your social media. So let's think about it from the client's perspective. Do you think that they really wake up thinking, oh man, I need this video today? Probably not. They wake up thinking, I need more customers and I need more revenue for my business. So when you sell videos to your clients, you're really just a cost because the videos that you create for them are not really giving them a predictable result, right? Just because, let's say this client you work for, you post a social media content on Instagram or on YouTube or TikTok, etc., does that actually bring qualifying leads to their business? Probably not. So if it's not bringing them qualifying leads that they can actually make money, like sales from that content, they're going to see you as a cost. Versus if you sell outcomes like, hey, I'm going to get you predictable leads with my offer. Now you're more of an investment. Now you can charge more. Now you have a different positioning versus everybody else. And problem number three is that their offers aren't repeatable. So every project is completely custom, which means you can never really systemize or scale the business. Every client gets something, totally different. So you're always going to be a bottleneck. This client wants this client wants that. It's all over the place. You don't really have basically like a conveyor belt when clients are coming in, right? When you're onboarding them, this happens, this happens, this happens. You don't really have that. So pillar number one is that you need to solve a real problem. Instead of saying I make cool videos, you need to identify what problems your video actually solves. For most businesses, the core problem is that they need more customers, they need more leads, they need more revenue. Pillar number two in your offer is that it needs to have predictable outcomes. Your clients need to know exactly what they're getting working with you, okay? And it's not just some cool videos. They need a measurable, predictable result. So instead of saying, hey, you're going to get 10 videos per month, you'll say, hey, we're going to generate you 20, 30 qualified leads every single month for your business instead of, hey, we're going to just create content. So for example, I can go to any local business and say, hey, this is the system that I have. This is what we do. These are typical results and you're going to get this many leads. And based on your price point, this is how much money you're going to make, right? So now I sound completely different and I'm still using videos, right? I'm still shooting videos. I'm still going out there, but I'm using that as more of a tool, not the main driver of trying to close the clients. And one of the things I tell all my students is like, cut the identity of being a videographer. Like stop calling yourself a videographer because videographers don't solve a big pain point. They don't solve big problems. All they do is make cool videos versus a marketer, versus a content strategist, versus a partner. These people now, they solve a really big problem, right? There's a gap in the market right now. And a lot of these businesses don't know how to acquire clients predictably. So if you can solve that gap, that's where you make the money. And pillar number three is you need something that's simple and repeatable. Your offer needs to be something that you can systemize. So if every single project is complete custom and requires your personal involvement in every detail, you'll never be able to scale, right? So you need the same process for every single client, same onboarding, same strategy development, same content creation workflow, basically everything the exact same. And this is what allows you to eventually hire team members and scale beyond yourself. Now, who should your offer actually target? So this is a crucial one because most videographers, they try to target everyone, which means they're really targeting no one, right? One of the biggest mistakes I see videographers do when it comes to targeting is that if they want to make a lot of money, they work with people who just cannot afford them, right? They're doing birthday parties, they're doing quinceañeras, they're doing, they're working with barbers, things like that. They're working with people that don't make a ton of money. And then how do you expect to make a ton of money? It just doesn't make sense. So you want to focus on targeting high ticket service providers, right? These are businesses making anywhere from like 600,000 at the very, very low end, from like $2 to $5 million per year. And the reason you want to work within this range is because of two things. One is because they have the budget to actually invest into marketing and content. And the second thing is that these people are looking to scale. Just because they're making, let's say 600,000 or 2 million or a million, that doesn't really mean anything. Like they want to scale to 3 million, they want to scale to 4 million, they want to scale to 5 million. And what's stopping them from scaling is by them actually having a predictable way of acquiring leads. And we're going to help them do that with our strategy and our system using paid ads and content. So here are some examples. There's so many types of high ticket service-based businesses, but you have HVAC companies, general contractors, med spas, dental clinics, luxury real estate agents, pool builders, roofers. For example, like we just signed a roofer for $6,000 a month. Each one of their roofs right now, like at their very low end, is like $15,000 to $20,000, right? On their high end, it's like $50,000 to $100,000. So even if they just pay me $6,000 a month plus, let's say $2,000 on ad spend, so $8,000 all in. Even I just acquired them one roof, they've already made their money back. So if they close, let's say 2 to 3, like they're making a ton of profit. So it literally makes no sense for them not to pay me to essentially implement this offer in their business. And here's the core problem with these types of people is that they're not getting enough leads consistently, okay? Most of these businesses are using what I call like hope marketing, which they're hoping somebody finds them on either Google, they're relying on referrals, they're relying on like Yelp, things like that. There's like Angie's List, but hope is not a strategy, right? These businesses need a predictable system to generate leads and customers, and that's exactly what your offer provides. And the reason anybody is going to pay you is because right here we have pain and right here we have pleasure, right? So they're here, they're at, let's say they're making 1 to 2 million a year and they want to get to 5 million. This is where the pleasure is at. That gap right here that you can solve, not saying that you're going to get them from 1 to 5 million, but if you can get them closer to pleasure, that's where you get paid. So here's exactly what your offer should look like. So you don't sell just videos anymore. You sell this. We create a system that generates 15 to 30 qualifying leads every single month using strategic video content and targeted local ads, right? So you're not selling just content, you're selling a system. You're selling a lead generation system. You're also not talking about how pretty the videos will be. You're talking about business results that they're going to get working with you. So now when you position your offer this way as a lead generation system that delivers predictable business results, this is something that you can charge $6,000 to $8,000 per month because you're not just selling videos anymore, you're selling business growth. So your offer is the foundation of your entire business. If you get this right, everything else becomes easier when it comes to creating your own personal brand, when it comes to fulfillment, when it comes to creating your own paid ads. When you know exactly who you're serving and how you're helping them, this becomes so much more easier. So a couple key things I want you to take from this video. One, you want to make sure that you're solving a really big problem. You want to deliver predictable outcomes, not just videos. You want to make it simple and repeatable, and you want to focus on high ticket service-based businesses, and you want to position yourself as a strategic partner, not just a vendor, not just a videographer, not just a cameraman. You are a marketer, you're a content strategist, you're somebody who solves really big problems. So guys, if you need help implementing this offer, right? How to find these people, how do I even acquire, how do I even fulfill for these people? This is exactly what we teach inside Video CEO. So if you're making less than 10 grand a month and you're very, very serious in scaling your video business and you're tired of being at where you're at right now and you want to go from, let's say, $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 a month all the way to 10K, 15K, 20K, 30K plus, Video CEO is going to be for you, okay? This is not a course. This is not a community. This is mentorship. This is one-on-one help on your current situation. We're going to literally teach you on exactly how to do this step by step. So I'll even show you a quick dashboard of Eric right here who went from $2,000 a month all the way to $20,000 in 4 months. We taught him everything step by step. Everything is one-on-one calls. So there's literally not one thing that we're not helping you when it comes to scaling your business. So if that sounds like you, if that sounds like something you're interested in, just click the link down below this video, book a call with either me or my team, and we'll talk to you then. I hope you got a ton of value off this video. If you're a videographer that loves content just like this, make sure to like and subscribe down below, and I'll see you in the next video.